Welcome back to 3 months of Modal Logics, a sequel to 100 Days of Logic. Here with Carneades.org, we're going to be continuing with Deontic Logic today, looking at deontic terms in Kanger's Deontic Logic, kind of offering some of the ways that we can define obligatory, permissible, omissible, and impermissible in terms of our new understanding of the propositional constant D and necessity and possibility. So KD can sufficiently represent all of the deontic terms that we've learned in terms of D and necessary, and possible, which can just be defined in terms of necessary. So all of these will be referred to as KDD in proofs, for KD definitions in proofs. So obligatory, that P is going to be identical to, it's necessary that D implies P, or if some P is obligatory, that's identical to, it's necessary that if all obligations are fulfilled, then P must be fulfilled. Similarly, permissibility is going to be defined in terms of, if it's permissible that P, that's going to be identical to saying it's possible that all obligations are fulfilled, D and P is the case. So if some P is permissible, that's identical to it being possible that all obligations are fulfilled, and P is true. As we said, KD can sufficiently represent all of the deontic terms that we have learned in terms of D and necessary, and possibility, which is just defined in terms of necessary. So impermissible P is going to equal, it's necessary that P implies not D, or if some P is impermissible, that's identical to, it is necessary that if P is the case, it is not the case that all obligations are fulfilled. Impermissible things are things that are kind of spoilers for D. They imply that D isn't the case. If something is impermissible and it happens, then it's not the case that all obligations are fulfilled. Omissibility, on the other hand, is going to be identical to, it's possible that all obligations are fulfilled and not P. If some P is omissible, that's identical to it being possible that all of our obligations are fulfilled and P is not true, because we remember that something being omissible is just basically it not being obligatory. So if all of our obligations are fulfilled and P isn't necessary in there, that means P isn't an obligation. To understand this even better, let's look at a couple of examples. So let's say it's obligatory that you always wash your hands before dinner. Obligatory W, in all possible worlds where all obligations are fulfilled, you always wash your hands before dinner. So it's necessary that if all obligations are fulfilled, then you wash your hands. Killing is omissible, OMK. There exists some possible world in which both all obligations are fulfilled and no one is killed. That's what we're saying here. It's possible that all obligations are fulfilled and there's no killing. Up next, we're going to be looking at Anderson's Deontic Logic, which is going to be very similar. It's just going to kind of use the reverse. Instead of D, we're going to be using S. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and watch a new video every single day for the next 3 months on modal logic. Stay skeptical, everybody.